There comes a moment in a man's life when he stops trying to impress. When he stops chasing validation. When he stops showing up for people who never show up for him. And instead, he starts pouring all that energy back into himself. And the crazy part? That's the exact moment the world, including women who once overlooked him, suddenly starts paying attention. People think a man becomes attractive when he buys new clothes, gets money, builds muscle. No. A man becomes really attractive the day he becomes unavailable, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, to anything that tries to pull him away from his purpose. That's the moment people say, "Wait, who is he becoming?" Because a man focusing on himself is a man becoming dangerous. But before we dive deep into this powerful message, if this is your first time watching a video from this channel, our name is the Mind Forge. For kings only. This is where men come to evolve. This is where weak mindsets die. And this is where a new version of you is built, brick by brick. So make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and never miss a video that could upgrade your mindset, your confidence, your attraction, and your entire identity as a man. There's a psychological principle that most men never learn, but every woman feels instantly. Scarcity creates desire. Not fake scarcity. Not pretending you're busy. Not acting like you don't care. I'm talking about the natural scarcity that happens when a man matures enough to stop giving everyone instant access to his time, attention, and energy. A man becomes unavailable not because he's playing games, but because his purpose requires his focus. His goals demand his discipline. His growth requires his silence. And when a man enters this phase, this transformation, people feel it. Women feel it. Your absence becomes louder than your presence used to be. Your silence becomes more powerful than anything you used to say. Your energy shifts from "notice me" to "I'm busy becoming the man I'm supposed to be." Women can sense when a man stops orbiting them. And this shift hits deeper than most men understand. Because truth is, chasing kills attraction. But self-investment builds it. When you stop chasing attention and start building your life, your value multiplies. And when your value multiplies, people start competing for your attention instead of you competing for theirs. A man who is unavailable isn't necessarily rejecting women. He's choosing himself first. And that choice alone rewires how people see you. Women instinctively admire men who choose growth over distraction, purpose over pleasure, discipline over desire. This is why the man who withdraws becomes 10 times more attractive. Not because he's being cold, but because he's becoming whole. As you pull back, women begin to wonder. Why isn't he texting me? Why isn't he trying? What changed? And that curiosity is where attraction starts. Because humans, especially women, desire what is selective, not what is immediately available. When you stop giving energy freely, your energy becomes valuable. When you stop being everywhere, your presence becomes rare. When you stop being too accessible, your attention becomes expensive. This is masculine mystery. This is emotional discipline. This is the foundation of true attraction. A man who is unavailable becomes a man who is desired. Because he is finally desired by himself. When a man finally stops chasing, the world sees him differently. Not because he changed his clothes. Not because he suddenly became richer. Not because he started acting tough. But because his energy shifted. A man's energy is his introduction before he even speaks. And when your energy moves from, "I hope she likes me," to, "I'm building something bigger than her opinion," everything around you changes. Women are intuitive. They notice emotional shifts faster than men realize. The moment you stop giving her unlimited attention, she feels the distance. She feels that you're no longer orbiting her, and that space triggers something ancient inside her: curiosity, confusion, and sometimes, desire. Because here is a truth society rarely teaches men. What is constantly available becomes invisible. What becomes scarce becomes valuable. A woman who was used to your instant replies now wonders why your message says, delivered. A woman who was used to your compliments now wonders why you're quieter. A woman who was used to having your full attention now starts questioning her own value. Not because you're manipulating her, but because you finally stopped pouring into a cup that wasn't pouring back. Your absence creates a mirror. It forces her to reflect. It forces her to realize the level of effort you were giving, the consistency you provided, the emotional stability you offered, and how she took it for granted. Women don't remember the man who begged for their time, but they never forget the man who pulled away with dignity. Your emotional unavailable outgrow the version of you she once had access to. You become the man she hoped you wouldn't become. A man who doesn't need her validation. This is the paradox most men never understand. You don't attract better by trying harder. You attract better by becoming better. When you withdraw your energy, you create space for your masculine essence to expand. You become unpredictable, and unpredictability creates mystery. You become disciplined, and discipline creates respect. You become focused, and focus creates power. And power is attractive. A man unavailable to nonsense becomes valuable to the world. A man unavailable to drama becomes a magnet to peace. A man unavailable to validation becomes irresistible to those who crave his presence. Your value multiplies the moment you stop seeking someone who never saw it to begin with. At some point in a man's life, he realizes something that changes everything. Not every woman deserves access to him. Not every woman deserves his effort. Not every woman deserves his time, his attention, or his heart. And that realization hits him not when he's chasing, but when he finally stops, when he realizes that chasing a woman is not a sign of love, it's a sign of misaligned priorities. You were never meant to spend your life running after someone who can't even walk toward you. When a man stops chasing a woman, he steps into a level of self-respect that cannot be faked. Because chasing is not masculine energy, discipline is. Purpose is. Direction is. Silence is. And the woman who once felt comfortable becomes uneasy when she feels that silence. Not because you're punishing her, but because she can't understand why the access she took for granted suddenly has a lock on it. This is where your life changes. This is where everything shifts into alignment. A man stops chasing when he finally sees himself clearly. Not through her eyes. Not through society's expectations. But through the lens of a man who finally understands his worth. Once you taste that clarity, you never go back. You start to understand that your time is your currency. Your emotions are an investment. Your presence is a gift. And your energy is a privilege, not something to be handed out freely. The moment you stop chasing a woman is the same moment you start chasing your greatness, and that shift is what creates the version of you that women never forget. Not the man who begged for attention, but the man who built himself into someone attention naturally gravitates toward. You begin to attract differently. You begin to think differently. Your discipline speaks. And every one of them says the same thing loud and clear. I'm no longer seeking what doesn't seek me. This is where a man becomes dangerous, not in aggression, but in focus. A focused man is rare. A focused man is feared. A focused man is respected. A focused man becomes the kind of man women don't just want, they compete for. Because here's the truth. You were never supposed to chase love. You were supposed to attract it through the mastery of yourself. And the man who masters himself becomes the man who gets to choose, not the man who waits to be chosen. A woman's validation feels good, but your mission's validation feels better. Your progress feels better. Your future feels better. Your evolution feels better. And when you commit to that evolution, you don't just stop chasing women, you stop chasing everything that distracts you from becoming who you were designed to be. A man with purpose. A man with discipline. A man with standards. A man with emotional control. A man with direction. A man with silence. A man with confidence. That man is not ignored. Not by women. Not by life. Not by success. Not by destiny. So let this be your turning point. Let this be the moment you stop pouring into empty vessels. Let this be the moment you rise above your old self. Let this be the moment you reclaim your time, your strength, your masculinity, and your future. Because men who chase women stay lost. But men who chase greatness become legends. And King, you were born for greatness. If this message hit your spirit today, drop the powerful word, ascend, in the comments to show you're ready for your next level. And don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss powerful videos like this. Your transformation continues from here, and I'll be right here guiding you through every step.